Hi everyone, I am Anant. I am a data journalist and I am creating a series of videos where I am teaching people how to use Google Sheets in their day-to-day lives. In this series, I am creating a budget sheet which is advancing with each passing video. In previous two videos, I have created a sheet where I have introduced the concept of categorizing your expenses and inputting those expenses in a daily sheet. So here is our daily sheet, and in here you can see that we have created a date column, and then the item column and category column and expenses column and notes column. So those who have seen the previous video would be able to understand that it is very easy to use this sheet. You just need to enter and cell, and a date picker will appear, and you can choose a date, 13th of July or 14th of July or whichever the date you want to use, and then you can type in the item of expenses. Let's say I have expenses T, and T will become it will fall under the category of food, and it will be food, and it will cost me, let's say, 15 rupees, sorry. Yes, to some it may cost 1500 rupees, but to me it cost 15 rupees. So yeah, and I have introduced this concept of using food as a category, or data validation in categories, because sometimes what happens that you make mistakes in spelling. Sometimes you may write food, and you may use triple O in food, and you may use a wrong spelling of entertainment or transport or shopping or health or anything else. So what will happen when you will be tracking those expenses? The sheet will not be able to put the items against their categories. So this is why I have created this sheet, and in this sheet, this column is data validated, where you will be able to pick one category for each item. And I have also colored this sheet so that in your sheet you will be able to see how in the frequency of any item. So let's say if food is being if more money is being spent on food, or more frequencies of food is appearing on the sheet, you will be able to know by looking at your sheet. And in previous video we also went to check how that is being calculated. So we use SUMIF function. In the SUMIF function we used first range, then criteria, and then sum range. So sum range would range, the category range was C to C, criteria was A to, and sum range was D to D. In this sheet, what we are going to do, we are going to introduce a concept of income. So let's say if you are making 50,000 rupees in a general month, and your expenses is around 49,000 rupees, but at the end of each month you are feeling like, okay, I have not saved a single penny from my income. Then, but it keeps on happening. It keeps on happening that you do not measure your income, and with that one that you cannot measure, you cannot improve. So if you want to start saving more money, you have to first measure where you're spending more money into, and then you have to choose whether that expenditure is justifiable or not. So let's say if I'm spending a huge amount of my money on commute, then if I am tracking that commute expenses, then I'll be able to know that I'll be able to ask a question actually, that whether my expenses on commute is justifiable or not, or I should relocate myself to that location where I'm commuting every day. So this is why tracking helps. So here you can see that I have added a little table. Let me rename it budget health. Oh, I did not add a space. Let me create a space. Health table. The first column is head and second column is value. In head, the first item is income. It is manually inputted. I can input 50,000 rupees and the whole things will change. I can input 20,000 rupees and whole things will change again. So, and expenses are coming from totaling up this range of expenses. Now, let's make my salary 30,000 rupees. And then I'll have a saving of 198 rupees. So would you know what percentage of this is of my salary? It will be 0.66%. And it will be, and my expenses of my income would be around 99% of my money that I'm making, I'm spending on my expenses. So you can see that these two cells are red. These two cells are red because these are negative scenarios. If you are making about 20,000 rupees month or 30,000 rupees month, then you must be saving around 30% of your income and you should be spending around 70% of income. And here I am saving only 0.1%, 0.66% income and spending around 99.34% of my income. So both of these are negative scenarios. This is why they are red. But I have made them red with a conditional formatting. So if the figure goes above than 30%, it will go green on its own. Why? But this is cell B7, 17, and I have said format cells if greater than or equal to 31% as green. Okay. If and this also this rule already making it red by saying format cell if less than 30% as red. Okay. Now let me delete this one. If I am making my income as 3 lakh rupees, let's say, it will turn green because I am saving 95% of my income. But I'm not saving 70% of income. And the same thing I have done here as well. If value is greater than 70%, then make it red. We can add one more rule here. If value is less than 70%, less than or equal to 70%, then make it green. So let's say if you stop paying any money here, let's make a 0, 0, 0, then it will become green. But utility mein you will not be spending any money. Both scenarios have become green because you are spending 60% of your money and you will be saving 39% of your money. This is how you can see how much of your money is being saved and how much of your money is being spent on your daily expenses. And it is very easy. You can see utilities at 28%, transport is 2.5%, shopping is 14.8%, hobbies and 4.8%, grooming 1.7%. So this is how you can create your sheet and you can learn using Google Sheet in your day-to-day life. In the be explaining a little bit more about new functions like VLOOKUP or other some ifs. But for this video, this is it. And I must say that if you have liked my video and if you have learned anything from my video, then you please share and subscribe. Thank you so much.